4 weeks in it.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to K Podcast. Um, we are gonna be talking about a lot today. There are some few videos that I've brought up to talk, to give my commentary today, and to talk about. One video being a woman that realized, a relationship did not benefit her. Therefore, what she did was ended. And the other one is about another woman that is talking about she gives her man her paycheck. And a lot of women on TikTok had a lot to say about that particular video. Most of them were not in agreement with her because they feel like what she's doing to herself is a disservice. Now we're gonna go also back to where we last stopped, which was about Fresh and Fit, and is it Miss Daisy? I finally got her name, Daisy Fit Chin. I'm just laughing at how her name just enters the feet pad. No wonder, Urban Preach said, you know, Fresh got fit pregnant. But with all that being said, we are going to be giving our commentary today. I'm going to be giving my commentary in particular, and you guys can always leave yours in the commentary section as we dive into this whole, shenanigans. So first off, we're going to start off with this woman over here that talks about, her giving her paycheck to her man and the fact that she's not earning much and how much he gives out on a weekly basis to even just make her nails. And today you can literally see the thumbnail I wrote, not everyone needs to be saved. And it's true. Some people will come out on social media and tell you their problems, but even when you give them advice, they will not take it. You will turn out to be the enemy. And you know what? I'm just on that. Let people live. If they feel like misery is enjoyable to them, I will support you if it makes you happy. But at the same time, I'm going to give you my commentary, and that is it. So, first of all, let's bring up this lady first that talked about, giving her paycheck. And then, as usual, I'm going to be giving you guys my commentary as we go on.
So my paycheck gets direct deposited to my man's account. And he usually gives me between $75 to $100 a week for allowance. I feel it's only right because even though we both pay like bills in the house, I just feel it's only right because I'm a stay-at-home mom and he pays more bills than I actually pay.
Okay, first of all, let's just stop that topic there. The fact that he earns more money, shouldn't he be the one providing? And for the fact that you are, as you say, a stay-at-home mom. Let's not forget that's what she said. She said she's a stay-at-home mom. So she's probably working from home or have something on site that she's doing. And that little money that she's getting, she's giving it to her husband or the father of a child. I'm wondering why. Because you could not catch me in any way doing that. Even if I'm earning 1 billion monthly, I will not give you my money. Because at the end of the day, if I'm going to be at home taking care of the kids, cooking and doing all of that, and let's not forget, I always tell women, if you could employ somebody to do the domestic work at home, do it, because it's not worth it. A lot of times men do not appreciate what women do for them, like this Miss Daisy from is it Fresh's, I don't know if I should call her a girlfriend, because he said she's not his girlfriend, you know. She also talked about, trying to help him out. A lot of the times men do not see this, so you will end up just wasting your time and your energy. So normally I just advise women, do not do all of that. Do not break your back over trying to please a man. It normally ends up backfiring. So giving that small paycheck that you should be saving for a rainy day, you're giving it to the husband that is earning more than you. I bet he's not doing much in the house. So let's continue.
So, given the fact that he pays, the most expensive things, the rent, insurance, car payment, I feel like he deserves to, have my money, and whatever he deems is reasonable to give me as an allowance, then he does so.
Oh, goodness God. But you're giving him money though. But you're giving him your paycheck. So when you talk about paying for insurance, the rent, your money is also being added there. She acts as if he's doing her a favor, and you have his kids. So it is mostly his responsibility. I don't understand, when did men get all this thought, all the way they think nowadays, that it is okay to behave this way, to not support your family, but to take money from your wife, even though she's not earning as much as you are. This is the disadvantage of that 50-50 relationship, because she's probably putting 100. Let's not forget, she's at home. She's taking care of the kids. Even from the background, you can hear a child talking. So it's crazy. But let's continue.
Now, the only bad thing about it is, like, let's say if I want to do my nails and my eyebrows and a pedicure, so I only get $75 for the week, so I won't be able to do a pedicure or my eyebrows. So that week I just have to go with my.
So you have to ask him basically for everything. She has to ask him basically for everything. If she wants to go for shopping, if she wants to do something for herself, she has to ask for money. You know what? Do you, girl, do you. If it makes you happy, I'm just wondering why you need people to advise you on TikTok, because at the end of the day, we all know that you're not going to take anybody's advice. Let's stop playing. She's not going to take anyone's advice.
Nails being done, and then the following week, I would have to do pedicure and my eyebrows, which that's okay. I think that's fine. Like, do y'all agree with this? Do you think it's okay? Like, are other women like this? Let me know.
Okay, first of all, I don't agree with it. And there are many other women here that don't. Let me tell you something. You see the lifestyle that a lot of men want to live, with the 50-50, but I'm the man in the house behavior. And they think that the wealthy people behave this way. They don't. The 1%, the 1%ers, they don't behave this way. Let me tell you, many of the time, the 1%ers, they look at their wife as equal, even if they don't treat them. Even if they, some of them, I'm not saying all, some don't treat them like that, but they do see them as very valuable to them, that community as a whole. It's like new money and old money thing. You get me? The old money knows the value, or and know the status that the wife brings. That's why you always see them. They're always married. They find a woman that they feel like compatible to the way they think. But this is the thing: the men that are coming up now, you know, average income earners think, oh, look at what the one percenters are doing. I want to do that. No, you don't have the money to do that. You don't have it. You don't have you can't do that. That's why the dating pool is being destroyed right now. And that's why a lot of women are, going towards the 4B movement and saying, no, you know what, I'm not gonna deal with you at all. I'm not gonna deal with you at all. But this is the thing. A lot of women are waking up also. There are a lot of women that are also waking up to this and being like, I'm not gonna accept you just living with me and adding nothing to my life. So we're gonna bring up the next lady over here that talked about this before we go back. We go into the, Daisy, the pregnant fresh. I don't know what to call her, IG model girlfriend, or I don't know. But so let me bring up this video that this woman talked about after seeing a video on TikTok. She, dissolves her relationship.
Made me end my relationship. And I know you're. Let me tell you about a TikTok that I saw that made me end my relationship. And I know you're probably like, girl, you're crazy. Yeah, I probably am. I came across this TikTok video where a girl was talking about how she went on a date and a guy asked her like, hey, so how many guys am I in competition with? How many guys am I competing with? And her response was, you're competing with me. You need to make my life better than I already make it. And that's a mentality that I've never had before, which is so stupid of me because I grew up in a family where like being alone is the worst thing ever. So I was taught, just choose the best man there is. Go out with a bunch of them, choose the best one. And that has not worked for me because I am constantly too focused on finding the best man to be by my side instead of me being my own best man. So because I saw that TikTok video, it's like a light switch went off in my brain and was like, he's not adding on to my life. And that right there saved me. I am going through my waves of like missing the person, but I feel so much more fulfilled right now, just fulfilling myself. So thank you to the person that made that TikTok. You have no idea what a difference you made in my life. Mwah. And if you guys know who made this TikTok, please tag her in this video because I've been trying to find it and I can't.
And there is somebody that has awakened from her slumber, because this is the thing. Finding the best man sometimes can be hard because you have to. People think that women going on a date is like, oh, they're gonna go have fun. So let me just say this: it is sometimes depressing. It could be depressing. It could be challenging because you have to meet these strangers, and then you have to try to sort out. It can be frustrating at times. It can be very frustrating, and I feel like if a man cannot add to your life, there is no need of him being there. The first lady said the husband pays, but she gives him all her paycheck, all of it. She doesn't even keep any for herself. And he has to give her money for whatever she wants to spend her. I don't know if that adds value to her life, because let's say tomorrow the both of them, are not together anymore. Then what? It's giving old, those trad wives that were trad wives before, that come on the internet, because later on they started coming up and they started talking about the disadvantage of, the trad wife. Because one woman was even crying on camera that, the husband didn't pay anything, even after she built a business with him, was working in that business, was not getting paid in that business, and used her ex-husband's name in that business. When the divorce came, he gave her nothing, not a dime. She had to sleep in her car. And this is why when I come up here and I be like, ladies, if he does not pay for everything, if he's not taking care of the household, he is not the one. If he's not giving up that energy, no. Now we're going to go into, because I don't want this video to be long, we're going to go into this Miss Daisy, the girl that fresh impregnated. And some people were actually asking her a lot of questions. And there were a lot of questions that I had in the back of my mind. I watched Abba and Preach's, interview of her. And I'm like, yo, first of all, haven't you seen the kind of podcast that this guy have been doing? I understand that she's not to be blamed because he literally led her to believe that, he actually did care for her. She even got to meet his mom. There is a photo around in X right now. You can go to X, formerly known as Twitter, and you will see it. It's public. It's a public photo of him, her, and his mom. And she was talking about, she even tried to, she bought his mom some shoes, but it was not fitting, so she has to go and change it or something. And she was trying her best to make this man better. And I'm like, you're trying to fix something, you're trying to add. This is the disadvantage with pygmies. If you want to be a pygmy, you're gonna find out very harshly. It always comes out to your disadvantage. You can be a pygmy and be out here hating on other women that have awakened and be like, no, I am not gonna be accepting less. If you cannot add to my life, you do not need to be in my life. You can sit down there and hate on those women. At the end of the day, you are not even safe if you're in that kind of relationship, because when that relationship is over, you have nothing. So let me bring up this video over here.
A good friend that's now protecting him. I'm so depressed. Like, seriously, I've been depressing. Like, I know this is not healthy, but it just gave me mad. If he would apologize to me and solve the issue, everything would be fine. Everything would be fine. I didn't have to go all of this. I didn't have to go so far. I never thought about exposing him. I just wanted to
Hold on a second. This is breaking up. Let me try to get rid of some videos over here. Hold on. I'm going to have to refresh the page.
the evidence. A good friend that's now protecting him. But for me, it's like, I love this person. I don't mind to have a baby with him. But he seems like denying everything. We had multiple conversations about having a baby. What if I get pregnant? He even talked about this like before we broke up. He was like, oh, what if you get pregnant? I'm planning a future for us. I'm gonna buy a house for us. He was like, I'm gonna buy a house for us. You're gonna stay there. What if you get pregnant? Exactly what he said. He was just playing a game. Because from that conversation, that's the time he planned to dump me. Because since that conversation, he doesn't come home anymore. He disappear. He doesn't reply my phone call. I call him, he doesn't reply. So he was just like pushing me, to test where my boundary is. So I told him, if you do this again, that's so disrespectful. You can tell me where have you been. Like, you can tell me, baby, I'm not coming home, which is fine. I wasn't waiting on you. I wasn't sleeping for 3 nights. 3 nights I was crying at home, just thinking about why this man changing so quickly and switches off just so quickly. And then I actually packed my suitcase. Then I was like, wait, I have to wait. I can't be irrational right now. I just have to wait because I might get pregnant. Because he was coming in me the whole month. And who knows? So I was like, okay, maybe I should wait for a few more days. But then he was giving me the final, how to say, like, ultimatum. He was like, oh, baby, I need space. Maybe you should go to New York. That's the day I moved out. I actually booked myself a hotel downstairs his place. That's like a resident. He stayed in the resident and I stayed in the hotel side. That's how irresponsible he is. I didn't want to like have to deal anything with him after the breakup. I was like, this man is a cheater. He's a scammer. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna move on and live my life. Oh, even that was a bit heartbroken, but I don't really have to like keep nagging about this. But on the 30th of March, I tested positive. Imagine, you guys, I'm here alone and pregnant. Of course I'm emotional. Of course I need my baby father supporting me, but he's not supporting me. The first thing he said, I don't want the baby. What the fuck, you don't want the baby? Don't come inside me. You don't want the baby, don't come fucking inside me. Is this something like an adult would do?
Because he said he wanted a baby.
Yeah, I asked him multiple times, what if it really happens? Because if I know he doesn't want a baby, I would be like, maybe I would go take pills or, you know, do something about it. Why would I let myself in this situation for child support, for 10 months living in United States alone, being a single mother, waiting for give a birth and waiting for this, I don't even know how much for a child support, like 2K probably. I make more than that. I make much more than that. This is just stupid ass. Any person with logic and gonna stay, I'm gonna fix this. I'm going to court. I'm gonna take him to court. I'm gonna take him to, no matter how what it takes, I'm gonna stick to this. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not working anyway. I gave up my job from China. I'm not going. I'm staying. If he wants to play, if he wants to hurt me, he wants to hurt women, then here I am. I don't care how much it's gonna take. I'm gonna be here.
But
spreading disease.
that's the thing, you know, like the saddest thing,
Spreading disease.
I think, like,
plant
you know,
seeds to every girl. Getting. I really don't have to baby trapping someone for a fucking, I don't even know, 10K or 2K, 5K. My rent costs 5K. My rent costs 5K in China. Do your research and check the properties, how much it costs in China, in Shanghai. That's where I live. That's where I grew up.
and you know he wanted to change the apartment for something cheaper. Come on, you know, like.
Yeah. It's just so funny. So people don't know the whole story. I'm telling the whole story right now.
It's just I don't understand why he promotes this lifestyle when he cannot afford it, you know? Like, if you want to have many women, you know.
Oh, sorry, people. I was talking before and I didn't notice that my microphone was off because I was saying a lot. I was sorry. I didn't notice my mic was off. I have been talking all this while, but all I'm gonna say is I have been talking about, you know, first of all, girl, you know that this man is gallivanting. I said this, you know, sorry the microphone was off. I didn't notice at the time. I just noticed now that I wasn't online. Sorry. But the thing is, what she's saying from the start, you know, talking about how he wanted to have this child and all of that. I'm like, so she didn't trap him. He's just a careless person that doesn't care. He's just a careless person that doesn't care. Secondly, I'm like, girl, first of all, do your research. You should have done your research on this man. You should have done your research on this man because you should have also noticed that this is not a man that you really wanna, you know, be in a relationship with, but you decided to gallivant with this man, and he is treating you exactly the way he speaks about it. This is the thing he talks about, you know, in their podcast. You see the way they treat the women, and you thought you were gonna be treated special. Even Abba and Preach, I'm gonna bring up a video from them asking her if she knew that, you know, he was sleeping with other women, and she was like, you can't stop him. I'm like, then why were you in that relationship in the first place? She even talked about, you know, meeting his mom and also buying him things and all of that. And I'm like, so you like literally he tried it with you where he let you pay for everything, and you paid for everything, and maybe he paid half or he paid some things, which he said he came out and he told people like he didn't pay, topics like that, just to look good in camera. But at the end of the day, she was also spending her own money, so he was not doing so much for her at the end of the day. But it is just funny. You see the way they treat you. It doesn't matter if you're a pick me. You can be a pick me all you want. All I'm going to say is thank you to the pick me's. Thanks for their services, because this is one of the reasons why a lot of women are opting out of relationship as a whole. Being like, if you cannot add anything, if you're not serious, why be in a relationship with you?
No?
Yeah.
For some religions you can have many wives, but if they can afford it, it's great in the religion,
Yeah,
Like,
of course. At least they do something that under their
beliefs.
ability. When you don't have the ability to do that, don't fake it. Don't pretending it. Pretending.
Don't pretend.
Yeah, don't pretend. Pretended to be a high value man.
But-
Spreading disease.
That's the thing, like the saddest thing.
Spreading disease.
I think like
Plant seeds to every girl. Getting single poor girls. Pregnant. Thanks God. At least I have some brand. I'm like not stupid. I'm not 18. Imagine if he does that for some girl that's like 18 or under 18. They're fucked. Their whole life is fucked.
Yeah. And it's so sad because I think, I'm not quite sure, his mother was a single mother, something like that, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah, and that is what I was talking about when I didn't notice my mic was off and I wasn't online. I was talking about the single mom part. This is the reason why I tell the ladies all the time, you know what? If a man is from a single mom, mostly avoid them, because 7 out of 10 they are the ones creating single mother homes. Many of these men do not have family values. They look at their mom and they think every other woman should become their mom. They look at their mom and they don't see the suffering and the hardship that the mother go through. All they see is, well, if my mom can do it, you can do it. Most of the time they just look at it and be like, if my mom can be and provide without my dad and take care of us, why can't you? They are not thinking about, oh, my mom did a lot, I don't want to create that. Look at it. If you really look at the society right now, you would see many of these broken homes, single homes, as baby mamas are created by men that didn't have a dad in the house in the first place. And I always tell women, please avoid those men. Avoid men that, I'm not saying all of them are this way, but it's become majority of them that do this. They come from single mothers and then they create single mothers. They do not see the how they were being raised, the absentee father. They don't see that. They really don't.
grow up in single family.
So don't you believe that he will want to have a father in the time, or like at least the mother not to be alone, and he's repeating that? Like, how cruel is that,
Yeah. I am pregnant. I'm not saying I got disease. I don't have any disease. I'm just saying that potentially could happen if he,
And you offer him a training.
like, yeah, and I
Now, this is the
kidding
part.
me. That's
This is the part where she talks about, that she was trying to help him get in shape and all of that. And I'm like, see, this is the thing with pygmies. That's why I said you can't save everyone. You look at what he does, and you like. I'm not blaming her for this, because she said, from her words, he really tried to convince her that he cared about her. But she should have known the kind of man that she was dealing with at the same time. Look at his podcast, look at his following, look at the people he hangs out with. Do they look responsible to you? Does he look like a man that would stay with you? At the end of the day, did he even propose marriage? He just busted in there. He's not even proposing marriage. He's not even telling you, let's go tie the knot, make it official. No. And this happened, and now he's telling you, hey, I'm not going to be there. And you're surprised. Why? I know that she probably might be shocked, but look at his content.
But then he was giving me a. When I traveled to Barbados, when we first I got to Barbados, I actually bought a STD test from China. It's like a paper, and it's in a box, and there's needle, so you can actually take some blood, a few drops of blood to test the STD. So I did that with him in front of him. So first thing I did is that to make sure he's okay, like he's safe, he's clean, and he did that. And I got all my tests done when I was in China, because I don't have insurance in here, and things will be much more expensive. When I was in China, I got all of this done when I was in China. He's not even concerned. He's not concerned to have sex with other women, like without condom. Bro, are you kidding me? That's hella dirty. How do you know who she fuck with?
You are part of those. How you know who she sleeps with? I mean, you're part of those women. Let's not act all kind of high and mighty here. You're part of those women that think that he cares, and you've just found out in the hard way. You've just found out in the hard way. So she was in Barbados, and yes, there was a picture floating around of him, her, and his mom. And yes, she did. I mean, he did really try to show her that he cared about her and he's serious. I'm not gonna lie, he really did do that. But this is the thing: there are some parents out here that their sons will bring 20, 30 girls back home and be like, "Hey, this is the one I'm dating," and they would just, follow up with it. They won't even ask them, "What are you doing?" There are some parents out here, and the fact that he's with a single mom, most moms, some will not stand up to him and be like, "Why did you do this? Where is this girl?" Or if he had introduced somebody previously to her, some women, some moms will just keep quiet, even if they know that what their son is doing is bad.
And I know guys don't bring symptoms, but girls does. Girls does. I'm loyal. I'm loyal to him. I am committed to him. I'm loyal to him. You guys you just can't feel how I feel right now. The only way I would explain is everything was real. My feeling was real. I don't fake all of these. That you take per monthly, right?
Yeah.
To avoid the pregnancy, but
let me see if I can find the other clip. You know what? Let me just bring this Alba and Preach clip in here, where I think Alba was asking her if if she knew that he was staying with other women, and there were many questions that he asked that I found quite interesting before we stopped the podcast, because I didn't want it to be this long. I'm probably gonna edit some of the part that I didn't speak on because I didn't know that I was on mute, so I'm probably gonna edit those part out later on. So let me check on this particular video that I'm looking.
I think they're irresponsible, but that doesn't mean baby trafficking.
No,
those are separate things.
Exactly.
Not pregnant, no baby. She tells that to Walter. He says, "Oh, you did a pregnancy test?" She says, "Yeah, my period just came and 5 days ahead. So you play a good game." "Okay, what game?" This game on bed. I'm confused. Don't worry, we all are. I don't think anybody understood what she meant. And she goes, "Just kidding. I meant you are safe. Just letting you know. Next time you won't be so lucky." What's that saying?
I'm not having a baby.
I'm having your baby.
Yeah.
Next time you're not gonna be so lucky. And what does he write? "Oh, I wasn't worried. I didn't want to pull out anyway. But that's good that you got your period." So so you're being she's not too happy about it. "I didn't reject you because I don't mind being pregnant with your baby." She's being direct.
Yeah.
She's telling him, and all he says is, "No, I'm saying I like you a lot, and once you're happy, I'm happy." So can you understand why she's confused? He refusing to pull out, busting inside them sugar walls. And now all of a sudden he's been trapped. He don't want to be a dad. You have decided that you were not going to pull out of her vagina. So you're not going to pull out of fatherhood.
You're a baby.
You are not going to pull out of fatherhood.
You're going to take care of the baby.
He has no choice. He's going to pay. If I say, "Bro, I'm going to punch you in the face. Yo, I missed last time, but this time I'm going to punch you in your face." And then I punch you in your face.
No, wait. What
Is that, hold up. Is that a sucker punch?
No, it's not a sucker punch.
Now I'm gonna say this, she told him he didn't get trapped, and I think he should do the best thing, which is, take care of the kid. Now let me just bring out this video over here, the part where he was asking her other questions, So let me bring it up.
So I was pretty sure that he was so serious about me, but then okay, but at least he's not stupid that if he does this to me, I'm gonna get pregnant. I think it's just misunderstood. Maybe he was just being irresponsible, but for me, he's serious.
From herself, by the way, or from her ex. Whatever she does for her money, bro, is up to her. So to put that on me, just because you want to say, "Oh, Fresh is a simp," wrong.
So you didn't buy it?
So can you
No.
You're just trying to say he bought the bracelet. He didn't buy the bracelet.
And
No, it's not. I know.
So hold on. So I think we're gonna end it there because there were a lot of questions that Abba asked, her that I found very interesting. And when she came up and she actually made a video on her own and talked about this whole thing. I'm gonna say this: what the videos that I brought up today have taught, I hope that you guys have taken something from it. One, if a man is not adding, because that video, the last part was him actually, saying that he didn't buy her a bracelet or he didn't buy her anything, like trying to show the man that he doesn't spend money on her. And she said she paid, I think she said she paid half and he paid half. And I'm like, this is the thing. This is why I like that first video that I brought in, where the woman was like, she looked at a relationship and, he wasn't adding anything. That's why she left. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say this. Thank you all for joining me. Do not forget to press that like button, subscribe. Let me know about your thoughts in this particular topic. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a great day and goodbye.
Woman has kids with a man that turns out to be no good, and that's a bitch that needs to choose better. Woman has no kids, dates a man with a high salary range. That's a bitch that thinks she's better. You take a woman out to eat, this bitch is trying to get a free meal. Woman takes you out to eat, this bitch is trying to emasculate you. Woman wears wigs, makeup, and lashes. That's a fake bitch that don't know who she is. Woman goes out in her natural state, and that's a bitch that don't care about herself. Woman has kids and no man. That's an unwanted bitch. Woman chooses not to have kids. That's a useless bitch. Woman makes less than you, and she needs to be a submissive bitch. Woman makes more than you, and that's a "oh, you think you running shit" type bitch. Woman shows interest in no games, and she's a hoe type bitch. Woman decides she doesn't want you and it's a brick to the face type bitch. At some point, fellas, I'm gonna need you to admit that you all seem to be the bitches in each and every one of these scenarios. Cause at this point, we ain't hearing you no more, cause you ain't saying shit.